about 10-ish minutes. I need to run, get a little bit more liquids because I am completely out of tea, and I need to run to the bathroom. And then we're going to get going into our next best of 3 series, which is going to be between Revive Esports versus Modo. This is a Heroic Division replay cast from this past Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw us to a BRB screen. Bandit has run out of the room, so it's just going to be his empty bed. But we'll throw a timer up. I'll try and be back before that, but I need to do all those things. And yeah, don't go anywhere. We got some awesome games coming up, and I will see you in just a moment. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We have got ourselves the last best of 3 of the evening. Thanks for all hanging out. Alright. Oh, alright, let's go ahead. Oops. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and get into this. We have ourselves a replay cast. It has to restart. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Modo. That is, hold on. That is so extremely loud because it has reset all of the sound settings. Yup. Alright. That was... hold on one second. Alright. Let's go ahead. That's a little bit better. All right, on the left-hand side, we've got the members of Modo with Hedgie on the Valera. We'll have Savo going to be on the Brightwing, King Dingo going to be on the Anubarak, Roger going to be on the Jaina, and Kubiko is going to be on the Rexar. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Revive Esports with Gromnin going to be on the Leoric. Fats is going to be on the Genji. We're going to be having Fun Buns on the... can't see Sylvanas. It looks like Joanna will be played by Shredoof, and Tempest will be on the Tyrande. I just realized something that I did not change stream title, so give me 1 second to... The stream titles are... Make sure we get that right. Vision... Play. Going to be Modo versus... Okay. Cool. All right, we're updated. Let's get back into this. We've got the old style of UI here, so we're not going to be able to see the towns the normal way, but we'll pull them up here and there and take a peek at them. But we've got ourselves a nice little brawl breaking out in mid lane. Bats is going to get scouted out here. That Genji is going to be just annoyed by the Rexar. Biko is going to be chasing Fats quite far away into this. See, ooh, wait, hold on. Genji's diving back. They do have the Leoric rotating up now, but that might be the demise of this ninja, and Kubiko's starting to take a lot of damage. Misha turns around and says, wait, hold on. I'm going to protect you. Not the case, though. We do just go back into these rotations. This is Dragonshire, so we are going to be having just mid to bottom rotations, looking to see Hedgie probably looking to get the pick onto one of the members here and there. Also going to get scouted out by that Sentinel right away. This looks like it's actually, I think, the replay for Revive here, at least by the pings that we're seeing that are coming out. Okay, there we go. Leoric is just going to be able to walk away just fine. We do have Jaina picking up the left-hand siege camp, but as well as Sylvanas doing the right-hand side from Revive. These camp timings are going to be pretty on point. As I said before, this is a heroic division matchup. This is the top tier for the Nexus Gaming series. They're just going to continue to poke out, get a little bit of damage here and there, and then Roger and Sav will be able to finish that out. Let's go ahead and take a peek at top lane as Gromnin is going to be getting some good siege damage into this Rexar, but they'll be able to rotate Misha up and sit onto that point while Rexar still soaks in the lane, which is a good use of that Misha bear. You can see that right there. It's just it is such a nuisance. It's going to be a hard time for that Leoric to kind of manage that lane. We'll see what they're able to do here. They're still just going to be pushing out through this bottom lane on the side of Revive Esports. Modo just doing their best. Sentinels continually going out, trying to scout out where the Valera is, and also making sure whether or not they're on this siege camp here. Or excuse me, that bruiser camp to push in through top lane. We still have Rexar pushing in through top. Leoric is going to be doing a little bit of double duty with soaking through there while they hold over bottom lane on the side of Revive here. See where these Sentinels, they just keep getting shot right up, and they're going to be able to scout out Misha in that bush right there before they catch them in the rotation. Fun Buns soloing this camp is going to rotate back up and say, hey, I'm going to help out my friendly team. And now Shredded Oof is going to be looking for the Condemn, pulling them in. Valere diving in, getting some burst damage onto one of them. A lot of damage going on to the Genji, but they have the dive away. King Dingo's the first one to go down. First blood over to the members of Revive Esports as Modo has to back out. Now we have top lane. Leoric is just going to get a lot of damage put onto them by Rexar and Misha. They're just able to Wraith Walk right out of their camp. Now going to be reprioritized by Revive Esports, trying to push that in through bottom lane. Have some extra pressure to give them the time to jump onto this point. Savo has the channel onto this, but here's the thing. There's no one to channel in mid, as well as there are two members that Leoric as well as Genji are quite the nuisance to deal with. And camp just going to be grabbed, and now Genji's sitting and waiting. Waiting to see if anyone tries to step up onto that. And King Dingo now back from death. The death timers are fairly low here, so they are going to be seeing members consistently back into these games, at least at this point, very, very fast if they are killed off. Now, Leoric is still sitting in this top lane. Genji in mid, waiting, just sitting in this bush, also soaking out for the friendly experience to make sure that they're going to be getting into that 7. Deji putting out some good damage, but bottom's going to get retaken over. Force that back as now they have to deal with this camp here. Looking over at that Leoric in top lane, Misha and Rex are getting a little bit of a flank motion going on to Gromlin. They do have that Wraith Walk. Look to see them do that right away. Spectral Leech and Misha's toggled right away just so they don't get that healing. Edgy going to get chased by Fats, but if they turned, that could have been either or demise. And now we just see this mid lane going to be, or this bottom lane going to get cleared out, and we should have the re-engage onto that point. 7 talent tier almost here for the members of Modo. Already reached out on the side of Revive Esports. Just skimming through some of the talents here to see. Because the only reason I can't show bottom is because it takes up that much of the screen, so we only have like a third of it left. But we're going to just see really quickly that Jane is sitting only at 9 out of the 20 mana Edix stacks. We have 4 out of the 20 for Rexar there, and then it's 1 out of the 20 for the Tyrande. Lunar Blaze talent, and now Nubrak is going to be trying to find their way around here, but look at Hedgie with the backline invade. That is also going to be the Fun Buns getting right out of there. Jaina dumping some damage as well. Roger looking to get the burst onto one. Sava with the polymorph, but it only connected onto a minion there. Top lane is going to be held over by Leoric. They transfer over bottom lane, but someone should be in this mid lane fairly soon to pick this up. See who it's going to be. Once again, we have actually, Rexar going to be picked off in this top lane, going to be put into that corner right there. With that, we just have Hedgie now sitting in mid lane doing the same thing Fats was just doing, and Fats sharking around looking for this. They should be able to see them. A couple shurikens are going to go out, but now Fun Buns is chasing in. They have the dive out as well. Do they have any sort of way out of this, or maybe burst onto them? But that's going to be Dragonite. First one of the game, picked up by that Sylvanas. Revive Esports pushes in right into mid. And trying to open this up a little bit further here. It's a good first Dragonite. It's going to get them some decent pressure. They don't really have anyone to deal with them. Rexar is going to be back in the top lane. Hedgie can rotate out. And that allows them... Oh, actually, hold on. There's a lot of damage that goes onto them. If they can actually get the burst onto Gromlin, it's not so much the silence value or anything like that. It's just the burst that Valeera can bring into a fight. That is going to be a powerful tool, but not going to be the case. Leoric does back off. That's going to be Valeera rotating down back into the lanes here. Dragonite, fairly uncontested through mid lane until just now, is going to be getting a lot of good siege damage. They take out the front gate as well as, I was about to say the fort, but now Hedgie taking a lot of damage. Needs to back off, play it a little bit safer. Burst damage coming out from Dragonite. Well, as much burst damage as the Dragonite can offer. Onto this fort. They're just trying to take this thing down as best as they can. They have a minion wave here to tank some of that damage, but Dragonite with 7 seconds, 2% health, and do have Fats rotating up here, maybe looking for a dive onto Rexar, but they don't make that play just yet. Dragonite goes down. They try and take out a little bit more fort health during that time, and now mutations once again. Reset for the Dragonite here. It's a fairly low cooldown, so we should be seeing that pop up fairly quickly. King Dingo. I think they got pinged there. Shield glare out from Shredded Oof just to make sure they have that kind of, hey, back off moment. We do have the Wailing Arrow from the Sylvanas, not going to be going into the Mind Control. Extract for the Genji as well. York in a bit of a spot here as they actually Wraith Walk forward right into the Rexar and Misha, who get the follow-up stun. A lot of good damage coming out. Hedgie trying to follow him some as well. The stun will be there. Misha with these body blocks are so well placed, and Leoric goes down. It's a nice pick off, but now we have this bottom lane pressure. Fast is going to be diving in. That's going to be the phase shift from Brightwing, but the silence is going to be going out as well. Extract will confirm the kill onto Brightwing. Web Wrap onto the Sylvanas to slow this down. But that didn't yield them what they wanted, and now Shredded Oof is going to be able to pop that that Iron Skin, and Fats trying to get that little burst onto Roger. Maybe get the kill. Not going to be. Not Fun Buns. Make sure you get you got delay on. I do. I don't want anyone to be stealing these strats away, Fun Buns. I actually, it's only because I'm going from one game to another, and I have to shut off stream if I actually want to turn off delay. So it's not worth it. We're just gonna keep stream rolling. But thanks for coming by, Fun Buns. Hope you're having a great day. Bottom camp is going to be picked up by the members of Revive Esports. Another shrine will be activated in the next 20-some seconds. Valeera is going to be trying to get the clear out into this lane as best as they can. And Valeera doesn't have the quickest clear, but at least she can pick up that experience. And now we have the bottom lane Bruiser camp pushing in. And this will be just cleared up before it gets much value. But the big thing to note here is we do have, it's 11 to 12 in levels, and that 13 isn't too far off. We have Sylvanas scouting out the camp above. They want to take down this mid lane for it and at least get more passive experience gain and that catapult pressure. The Orc top is going to be doing some annoyance, just providing some nuisance into Kubiko and that Misha. Now we're seeing the pinks for bottom lane. The Orc is going to be moving into top. Genji should be able to rotate quick into mid. I think they're trying to scout out and see. Oh, but this is exactly what they're trying to wait for. They get the dive onto Kubiko, and Rexxar is the first one to go down in that engagement. The phase shift was coming out from Savo into that top lane, but it's completely denied by Fats and Ramanan. Who's able to get the channel in mid? It looks like Funbuns is going to be the priority to go for Dragonite. Tempest. Okay, yeah. It's interesting to me because I would have thought that you would have kept the Sylvanas out so that way. Oh, this bottom lane. Shredded Oof was trying to stand on the point just to deny this, but it actually gets the web wrap, stalls it out. Now we have Leoric stepping forward here. That is also going to be Entomb not available. Roger taking a lot of damage. Jaina going to get bursted. And that's going to be Hedgie just backing off and saying that's not going to be happening, as well as Savo and King Dingo. Rexxar is back and will rotate into the top lane position. Leoric will take over bottom. It's the kind of Benny Hill dance that we're going to be doing at this point, as it's 12 to 13. Members of Modo looking for that 13 talent tier to even this out. They had a second to channel that, but as I said, Rexxar is going to be in this top lane, gets the conversion. A couple members coming into top now. Genji over the wall. Sylvanas is still in mid, going to get chased by Hedgie and King Dingo. Reveal, just using the Banshees for the reveal, forces them back. The Orc still a little far forward in this lane. Wasn't going to get caught out or anything, but Savo will be the target if they can get onto them. Nice polymorph. Slows. Do they use the Entomb? They don't have burst per se, so they're not going to be able to try and go for a major kill themselves onto a support like that. Also, there's the Emerald Wind, so if you Entomb, Emerald Wind, you back off. It's kind of a waste of heroic at that point. Yeah, just had a pretty decent scrim block. Looking forward to playing Devets versus Close to Death tomorrow. How are the games today? The games are really good today. We did a Div C East matchup. It was really, really fun. It went to game number 3. It was some interesting plays there. I thought my team was gonna cap 2 Monkas. That Joanna was so close to being able to get it. Oh wait, no, Shredded over the Blessed Shield. It's going to be the Condemned to pull them in as well. Emerald Wind for the disengage. Nice Entomb coming out from that Leoric, and there's going to be some snow being dumped on their head, and that's going to be Silence from the Sylvanas. Hedgie taking a lot of damage. Genji with the dive forward. That will be the Valir going down. Leoric is going to go down, but they still get the Extract out. That will be the Anubrek as well as the Jaina. Couple B-steps coming out right there. Looks like they forgot that they can't Hearth when they're getting damaged, and Rexxar runs straight to top lane. He's going to go ahead and get the channel onto this while Joanna goes to bottom. Genji going to rotate up, and this won't be a moment that lasts very long, because once you see, Genji going to be coming up here, and Kubiko will do their best, but you can see those shurikens are chunking that Rexxar. Eric is going to be coming up here as well. No one in the mid just yet. Okay, there's going to be Funbuns is going to be there just in time, and they'll be able to grab this, and this should be a Dragonite that takes down a keep, but all the members of Modo are back. Also, Funbuns, am I casting you tomorrow then? I didn't write down the team names, but I think there's only one Division S match, and it's at 5 PDT, and I'm casting that one. Yeah, no, I remember now, because I remember it was your team name when I saw it, and I was like, oh, cool, I can cast Revive, because I did that already many a times. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 PDT. I don't know. I don't think anyone else is casting tomorrow. I don't think I saw anyone. Well, I'll find out tomorrow morning anyways. Either way, Dragonite will be picked up. Not going to be going for the mid lane keep. Going to be going through bottom lane. This is a lane where they can actually add a couple of extra bruiser camps, as well as just the one bruiser camp and the 2 siege camps they can feed into here. Blessed Shield comes out. The kick will be going out onto one of the members. They're looking to just put one member in this corner, and they found that Jaina, the ice block, staggering out their death. Or at least slowing down their death realistically. The Dragonite posturing here is looking for more than just the keep. They get the kick once again onto King Dingo, forcing that Anubrek away. Dragonite's still fairly healthy. We were slightly BM in this match. Hold on, a Nubrak with a dive in. That's going to be Dragonite now in the core. Webrap went out to the Joanna. Entomb is going to be out as well. The Emerald Wind, I don't think was used there. I think it's still on a cooldown, and that is going to be Misha diving in as best they can. Valier goes down as well as the Brightwing. Misha goes down as well. Dragonite has ended, but the core has lost its shielding. A Nubrak trying to dive in. Sylvanas with the Banshees, and they actually end up getting the burst onto Rexar, who goes down. King Dingo, the only one left, and that's going to be the core going down. All that's left is going to be Roger, who's going to try and get some damage out onto Fats, but that will be game number 1 going over to the members of Revive Esports. GG. Well played. Oh, I just got to chug water right there. All right, let's see. What do we have? You love the cat? Oh, I appreciate that. Fun Buns? Thank you. I'm glad you do. Hope you put on a good show. You always do. I always, honestly, like, I always have a blast when I get to cast teams. Whether I like, that was how I started casting. Like, I casted so many stomped games where it was like level 11 to level 7, and it was just these scrim blocks where the teams didn't know their actual skill levels into each other, and it was just, yeah. Those are some interesting games, and it's just all the games are always fun, like Stomp or completely competitive. I don't know, they're always a blast to me, and I always try and put on the best show for everybody, because no one wants to listen to me sit there and be like, oh, look at this, they're gonna get stomped. Like, that's not a good time. So regardless of whether or not I know the outcome, whether or not I know how good an enemy team is into another, listen, games are games. All right. We saw that. Let's go ahead and pull this away and get ourselves set up for game number 2. Quit this replay and get the second one loaded up here in just a second. All right. Whew. All right, so we got the team scores updated. We're going to load into this replay in just a second. As I said before, thanks all for just hanging out. This is an absolute blast. What? Why does my game want me to? Hold on. Let me retry this again. Why do I have to re-log in? I know it. Well, maybe it's because it's a previous patch replay, which is what I hate. Like, I hate that it messes up. Like, the replays, once you go onto a new patch, are so annoying. This is exactly it. There you go. It's gonna be downloading. Just close my. Okay. All right, we are loading into the game here in just a second. Go ahead and just do Studium so we can actually get the cycling. And cool, the teams didn't switch sides. All of that's good. All right, we're gonna load into game number 2 here in just a second. I'm excited about this. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Please go away. All right, we got ourselves game number 2. Let's go ahead and hold on one second. Set the sound again? No, it didn't. The last game we could. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Modo down a game in this best-of-3 series. We got Kabiko on the Blaze. Well, Hedgie will be on the Kael'thas. Savo on the Uther. We're going to have King Dingo on the Joanna, and Roger rounding out the team on the Maiev. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Revive Esports up a game in this best-of-3 series, trying to close it out in a 2-0 fashion. Shreddedoof on the Garrosh. Fat's going to be on the Zeratul. Funbuns on the Jaina. Grommanim going to be on the Zul, and Tempest playing the Malfurion. Let's go ahead. It's such a habit right there. Let's go ahead and get into this, as it looks like it's going to be Kael'thas with the Mana Addict. Blaze, actually not going to be going into new habits. Going to be going for the Neuro Boost. Neuro Boost? Neuro Stimpack. Jaina holding level 1. I assume it's going to be Regeneration Globes with the Mana Addict, but who knows? Excuse me, Fingers of Frost. Zeratul picking the standard level 1 cleave. Hedgie going to be tossed out of position there. It's going to be a lot of damage coming out. The roots will be pretty good coming out from Tempest as well, but it looks like they're able to get out. No, Fats is going to find the kill. Kael'thas, the first one to go down. Roger with the Umbral Bind. They get the trade out here. Shreddedoof a little bit low. Roger with these resets on the Fan of Knives will be able to back out, but a 1-for-1 trade as we start this out. The replay system's a bit rough. Oh, yes it is. The nice thing is, though, like, I've managed to figure out how to turn off the the little counter, so I mean, you could always minimize it, but it just, so you don't see that little counter or anything like that it's just nice. I just wish smooth panning was a standard thing for, you didn't have to lock onto another observer to get smooth panning. Like, that's the one thing that I really wish it was just an option. I hate how that system works. But that all aside, we still got ourselves a game. Grommet going to be pushing in this top lane. Looks like we're going to have some double duty between these solo laners. It looks like Kabiko is going to be pushing through mid and top, and we'll just have the focus on the bottom lane. This is often what we see a lot of teams do, because of the fact that you actually want to prioritize bottom lane quite a bit on Towers of Doom. Holding over this bottom lane is huge. You can feed in sappers as well as it being such a strategical advantage on the map, being able to force rotations and make them a little bit difficult because they can't rotate through their keep fort area because, well, that's now where yours is, and they can't just take that easy damage. Zeratul going to be coming down here, Joanna with the Iron Skin. Moonfire out from Tempest, and they just end up backing out. They get the clear on these sapper camps. No one going to feed them in, and they'll just be able to rotate back and forth. Checking in on this top lane to mid rotation between these two, and it looks like it's pretty even. We're not going to be having any sort of major experience gain on either side. Actually, you're going to having Savo in this mid going into Fats. This Zeratul versus Uther is interesting to say the least. And now, once again, as I said, bottom lane still being the priority here. Just skimming through talents to see anything that stands out. We have Vengeful Roots for the Malfurion. We'll check on those stats, or those stacks a little bit later, as well as the Warbreaker for that Garrosh. See how they're doing a little bit later on in this game. Unfortunately, in the default replay system, or the default observer mode, this is how big the talent bar is at the bottom, so you really don't have a ton of vision, but we can see all the stacking quests as well. Looks like Uther's halfway, Kael'thas is a quarter of the way done, Garrosh is a quarter of the way done, and that's really about it. Vengeful Roots has 0 stacks. Toss goes out into King Dingo. They don't have... Okay, there's the Iron Skin. I was like, oh, I was a little surprised there, but now Roger is gonna be trying to chase out a couple people. Blaze diving in here, but they're so low themselves. That's gonna be the blink out from Fats. They say, you know what, it's not worth it. We're not gonna be allowing that to happen. Fun Buns on this Jaina gonna be trying to grab the altar. Nice use of the zone here. Tempest with the roots, as well as just Garrosh with the tossed out. That will be bottom one picked up. Now they're chasing it on this Blaze in this top lane. Kubiko taking so much damage. No, they're not able to get it, but they end up channeling the left-hand side. Blaze with the Hearth back, and now right side is up and available. 36 to 36 when it comes to core health. As my overlays are a little janked on this caster replay mode, I'll have to fix that up a little bit later. That is going to bug the absolute world out of me. Oh well. Like, how are you about to make all those angles a little bit different in this mode? I'll adjust them another time. But we have Blaze pushing out the top lane. We do have Maiev once again pushing in through mid. Fats is going to be in the bush looking for some sort of dive. Sevens are going to be here fairly soon for both teams. That's where we're going to see a decent power spike between the two. Fun Buns rotates over to the right-hand side to grab the siege camp. And the rest of the team will, well, a few of the members of the team will help. Shredded Oof in this bush over here, scouting out, making sure that the enemy team doesn't rotate over and try and sneak over and steal away the camp with their slight 7 advantage there. That might actually be the case for them, as Fats can rotate over here. They the blink over the wall if they want. Sevens are on for both. Fats dives in. They get that wormhole back and forth. They say in and out, and just going to get a little bit of burst damage onto them. And just scare them. Give them a little bit of a spook. Also, Not Fun Buns, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I just saw that come through right there. Once again, Sapper's going to be... Ooh, they're just going to be crashing in this mid position. Gravity laps onto Garrosh. They're trying to get some sort of separation. Savo taking a decent amount of damage. They have all of the abilities are being used, but no one's really falling too low here. The healing between the two teams are just way too good. And now Shredded Oof is getting a little bit low. They pop the Indomitable. Now it's going to also be Maiev with the blink forward. Toss onto Kabiko, but that might have actually helped them secure the kill. Meanwhile, Fats is just sitting down here waiting for someone to get low, but Garrosh goes down and they say, sorry, bud. And they get the Garrosh kill there. Now that means that with that left also, Boss is going to be up in just a second. Altar is going to be spawning in this mid position here in about 8. They're going to lose a little bit of experience in the top lane to that Zul push. But because of all that, I think this is going to be a free channel in favor for the members of Modo. And they'll even this out 32 to 30. I was waiting for Fats. I was like, are you going to dive in or not? Do you have the wormhole up and available? You have the Singularity Spike? I don't know. Zul does grab the camp in the top lane. Gonna try and push this in with the skeletal mages, or not the skeletal mages, but the skeletal minions that he does summon with his passive there. Kabiko's going to be trying to stall this out as best they can. One of them does go through, get some decent damage onto the tower and the gate. And we are just going to be having that Blaze pop the Pyromania just to stay alive here. Grommanon pushing them in quite a bit. They do get the clear onto that. Go ahead and check in this mid lane as Roger seems to be the target. The slow's going to be there from Fun Buns, and now Roger's so very low. They try and get the blink out, and they do, but the toss goes out into the Tempest. They trigger onto the boss, and that is going to be Maiev going down. Boss triggered, but it's not gonna kill them for him, so they end up backing out, just hoping for the best. Now, 10s are going to be hitting for both of these teams in just a second, and I don't think we're going to see anything too out of the ordinary. Maybe a Divine Storm, but like Divine Shield, maybe onto the Maiev. Do they go for the Containment Disc too? Like, go for the Warden's Cage or the Containment Disc to like lock one down in the back line and then just try and move in? Blaze with the Bunker, Divine Shield for the Uther. Pretty standard across the board. Skeletal Mages for the Zool, not going to be going into the Poison Nova. Phoenix. Maiev is still holding. We don't know what Maiev is going for. Plays with a little bit of an oil slick onto Shredded Oof, slowing them down, just being a bit of a nuisance, but this is bottom lane altar, popping up in just a second here. 10 to 10 in levels. All the heroics are off cooldown. Maiev still hasn't chosen. Do you have the Sapper Camp going to be targeted by the members of Modo here? Revive doesn't invade. They actually just set themselves on this point. The Sapper Camp might have been a bit of a slower choice because now they don't really have the positioning. Just watching Maev's. So it is Warden's Cage. BP from the Zeratul. Ring of Frost goes out underneath it. Maiev with the passive. That's going to be the Warden's Cage as well. Tempest taking a lot of damage. That's going to be the D-Shield on to King Dingo there. That's going to be also Shredded Oof going down, as well as Fun Buns and Fats will be found as well. That's going to be, oh my god, Fats with just a sliver of health. The oil slick doesn't connect. They actually don't get any of it. And Kabika just takes a lot of damage. That also will be Grommanon going down. And with 4 to none killed, they'll be able to pick up this altar and have some extra damage into the side of Revive Esports. This is Towers of Doom. The momentum you can get can be completely mitigated in like one fight, seemingly. It's 32 to 28 right now, and we have pretty high levels already, so we should be seeing some great plays. Once that Zeratul hits that level 16, look to see them play this a little bit differently on the side of Modo, in the fact that Zeratul really gets a lot of big damage, especially with the VP setups and how much burst damage you can get with cleave resets, as well as just the singularity spike extra damage. It's just overall Zeratul becomes such a huge, terrifying hero at level 16. It's such a big power spike for them. Aina as well. You can have the armor reduction or even the root there. There we go. Blessed Shield I think just came out from the Joanna. Toss goes out. They're trying to separate. Blaze with the charge in here. They're on their own a little bit. They're looking for Tempest. Kabiko has to back off. That will be the Groundbreaker being finished out right there. Excuse me, Zool once again in top lane, going to be grabbing this camp, trying to feed this in. Blaze did stop it last time, only letting one of the sappers through, but it might be a bit of a slower rotation. Actually, Zool gets the won't be able to get the J-Mac, also, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Awesome games earlier. Double altar face popping up here. Mid lane fight starts out. Garrosh with the toss away. Groundbreaker as well. We've got that cooldown reduction with the full stacks on it. Fun Bun's not going to be spreading the bomb there. Waits for it to go off. We also see Blaze already setting up in this top lane position. Sappers are going to be grabbed to try and add some bottom lane pressure on the side of Revive Esports, but Modo wants to try and set up for this as quickly as possible. I'm surprised they didn't go for the right-hand side as well. Seems like it's just going to be a trade between the two teams. It's going to be a channel on either side. Hedgie can take a little bit of damage. They'll get dismounted. And now Grommanon on the aggressive side of this map does get the root onto King Dingo. I don't think they have the Iron Skin available. D-Shield will be up for Savo. They actually use the Blessed Shield right there as just a disengage, because I do believe it's a 60-second cooldown. Yeah. Threw that out just to slow them down in the rotation. Hedgie going to be joining the team. And now Maiev in mid clears that out. 13 to 13 in talent tiers. Bit of a level lead in favor for Modo. Or health is still in favor for Modo. We'll see what they're able to do on the side of Revive Esports in the later half of this game. Modo starting out pretty strong so far. Dive in forward. Oh, nice use of the throw from Shredded Oof to just disengage there, but they're chasing Fun Buns. They want to get that main source of damage. Domino's going to be used. They get the toss onto Fun Buns. That also be the Warden's Cage. Taunt goes out, but that's going to slow them down. Phoenix will be out as well. It's a lot of damage, but the VP will be out. That means that the Warden's Cage will disengage. That will also be the bunker down from the Blaze with the Ring of Frost coming out here. They have the charge right in. That's a lot of damage. Garrosh is the first one to go down in this engagement. And no one else gets chased out there. Triple Altar Phase will be next. Zool with the Skeleton Mages tries to siege in on this fort, and they should actually be able to get this. Zool has really, really good sieging tools, as well as being able to summon minions in a sense. The Skeleton minions, you can see already stepping forward, gonna have that clear with the increased speed at level 4, if I'm not mistaken. They take that out, and now they're just saying, you know what, worth, absolutely worth. Blaze with the charge, but it doesn't connect, and Grommaden taking a lot of damage. Already popped their backlash there, and they're just trying to dive around, just buy time, and that will be Zool going down. And now you can actually see them trying to convert bottom left here as well, just trying to mitigate all the damage they can even put out. Only 3 shots will go forward if they land this here, and actually with Fun Buns and Tempest clearing this out, that's going to be even less. Only 2. Oh no, so they get that one. So I think they only end up getting like 5 total shots, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was only 2, but they'll end up taking 6 themselves. So they only end up picking up one altar phase, or only one of the altars in the set of Revive, but they still end up doing more damage into the core of Modo. That is exactly that's Towers of Doom. That is Towers of Doom in a nutshell, but still, Modo up in health, 22 to 19 in core health. They still have that advantage. Boss is up and available. They've already cleared out top lane. It's converted back in their power. We are getting to that 12-minute mark, and I was just about to say the tunnels are opening, which means the towers are going to upgrade. It's a simultaneous thing, so all the towers go from fort experience and damage and health to keep damage, experience, and health. So it's a big thing to do. It's a big thing to have on this map. The other thing to note too is that this is one of the only maps that does not have catapults. Technically, Alterac Pass doesn't have catapults. It has Reaver minions, but they work in the same system. You just don't get any sort of added pressure outside of the Sapper camp, which you can see. This is what I talked about really early. Holding over bottom lane so you can feed these Sappers in. Fun Buns in the top right of our screen over here is currently grabbing the Sapper camp to feed those in. Nice use of Kael'thas and King Dingo for the condemn and clear onto that, but Fun Buns not invaded on quick enough to be able to grab this Sapper camp. Kabiko on the back line. There will be the cleanse from Tempest. And now Kabiko in a bit of a bad spot. Just going to get poked out here. They end up backing out. Zool stepped. See, here's the thing. Zool, once again, left to his own devices a bit, is going to be pressuring this out. It's 17 to 17 levels. We have double altar face popping up. This could be 10 points of core damage from Revive. If they can get both altars. It looks like the Sappers will be cleared out before the hold on. Blessed Shield going to be coming out. The cleanse over there as well, and that's going to be the VP in the backline. Phoenix coming out as well. That's going to be some good damage onto Shredded Oak, but they're not getting any lower. They're still fighting over. They're still fighting under the opponent's side keep because they did grab that Zool. Now converting the top one as well. They do get this bottom back over, but that's still going to be 5 shots if they can get these, or it's going to be the stall there. So they have 3 available on the side of Modo. If they can get these in, that's a nice, just consistent poke coming out from the Jaina with that Ice Lance build. Bats now is going to take a turn as well. That's going to be the Bone Spear coming out from Grommaden. That's also going to be Kael'thas' Global Lion. Backlash is going to be coming out as well. They don't want to stand around that because it does have, well, Backlash on it. Now we have the Ring of Frost coming out. Burst onto Savo. They end up going down. D-Shield just comes back. That will be Blaze going down as well. And they pick up both of these. That's 10 shots of core damage into the side of Modo. That's going to take them down to 12 core health. Turning the tides of this battle, as I said before, is Towers of Doom. It's anybody's game at any time. This game can go any sort of way. 12 to 19 in core health. 5 Esports up in this, as it's 8 to 4 in kills. And Kael'thas gives us another global voice line right there. They're trying to clear it. They're trying to open this up a little bit more, but now they need to pressure in on the side of Modo. They do not want to allow that to be up and available. And now we see Grommaden going to be rotating out, pressuring up mid a little bit more. We'll be joining the team. Nope, we'll actually be going ahead and grabbing Siege Camp while the rest of the team still pushes in bottom. It's just so much value coming out from that Zool. That is not what I wanted to do there. Okay, all right, hold on one second. That is the weirdest button configuration ever. But they get the conversion on this. I hit Control 5 thinking I could pull up the experience. And that is not going to be the case. Apparently, it just sent me to a specific point on the map. Anyways, they want to siege in this mid, and this could potentially be the... hold on, toss goes out onto one. That's going to be the Warden's Cage as well. Everything is going to be used. The taunt goes onto one as well. That will be Malfurion going down. Reset on these Phantom Knives over and over again for Roger, and that's going to be Kael'thas going down. Shredder Doof so very low. If they get one more bit of damage, one more little auto, if they have like a shield glare from King Dingo, they still get it. Fats is very low here, but here's the thing. They get this mid lane conversion, and that's going to be all these... I just tried to follow it on the map, but it's not going to be happening. They have consistent shots coming into their cores, so the core health is slowly getting whittled down, and if they can just keep them from getting a conversion onto these bell towers, that'll be huge. And I think that's exactly the case that they're going for. They don't care if they stagger out deaths as long as they don't get the conversion onto these. Roger going to be doing exactly that, but they're so extremely low. King Dingo and friends are all very low here. That will be Maiev going down as well as Joanna. They find the kill onto Uther. Blaze is the only one left, and this is still the barrage happening here. No altar picked up. The GGs are already called by Fun Buns. Blaze goes down, and that is going to be the core barrage slowly whittling this down, and that is going to be game. Game number 2 going over to the members of Revive Esports. GG, well played. Biko is a feeder. Oh my god. Oh, so this is where Hedgie went? No. So, also, hi, Ghost Bear. Hedgie, he's been playing on this team forever, but he also has a lot of IRL stuff that he has to take care of. Like, it's like one of his last semesters for school, so he's got a lot of work. And then I also believe he got a new kitten. So shout out to Zelda, his new kitten. Also to Jasper, because Jasper's adorable as well. But yeah, he also got a new kitten. So like, there's just so much that's going on for him. So like, Sundays aren't the easiest day for him to play, and like, for me, obviously, like, I'd love to play in Bush League and cast it, but Tespa Collegiate Series is Tespa, yeah. So, but as I said before, Ghost Bear, if Bush League does anything outside of Sundays, like, hit me up, because I'll definitely want to try and cast more Bush League. Fats is a beast. Fats fed right at the end. Just walking into that death zone. Didn't even see that. Didn't even see it. All right, let's go ahead and we'll pull this all away. That is going to be Revive Esports taking that series in a 2-0 fashion as we're dropping a couple of these things. Let's go ahead and just out of the reach. But, whew, what an amazing set we just had between those two teams. Amazing sets we had overall tonight. That was so much fun. I had an absolute blast hanging out with all of you. I'm currently just looking to see who is streaming what. It looks like Hotaru is currently streaming some Hero League, or excuse me, Storm League. So let's go ahead and check that out. We'll give her a little bump in her viewership. Go ahead and give her some love and some support. But that is going to be wrapping it up for me this evening. Really quickly. No grudges? No, I don't. Yeah, no. I know you guys don't have any. That's pretty much like where we all are. Absolutely, Ghost Bear. No, it's just sometimes IRL takes a little bit of a priority, fortunately. Or just other opportunities. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and host her over, but really quickly, I just wanted to know there is a info for Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. All of that links are in the panels below, or if you hit exclamation point and that name, you can get those to pop up, and you can follow those links. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be casting for Heroes Lounge. That starts at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so 8 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, 2 in the morning if you're in England, right? Yeah, because that's... I can do math. Hold on. Midnight in Europe? Either way, it's 7 hours plus. I can't do math, apparently. Anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and host over Hotaru. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow for Revive Esports versus Close to Death. That's going to be Heroes Lounge Division S matchup at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Till then, I am Bahamut, your castier friend. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.